Hey guys, it's Adele. For my religious institution visit, me and a few of my friends went to the Islamic Society of North America. It's actually the headquarters, the ISNA headquarters, which is in Plainfield, Indiana, and it's pretty cool because it's only it's like less than 10 minutes from my house. So anyway, so it's a Sunni Islamic service. My two friends that went with me are Bailey Wiseman and Mackenzie Muko, and they're two of my friends from Butler. They're in the same grade as me. Um, so basically, to go, we just called ahead. We called probably Wednesday and asked if we had permission to attend their Friday prayer service, which is at 1:30 to 2:15 p.m. Kind of like middle of the day, which is different. So the service it's called the Jama prayer service, but they pray 5 times a day, and it's pretty cool because on their if you look on their website, they post the times, the exact times for the week, so you could go and pray at 4:45 in the morning if you wanted to. Um, so basically, um, we got there probably 5 minutes before it started, so we're not that good on that. But it's I don't know if you guys are from around here, but it's basically just in if you've seen it, it's just in this really big piece of land, just in the it's looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's right next to Old 267, which is a highway. But it's huge, it's giant and it's really nice. It looks kind of newer, but it's not. It's kind of it's pretty. It's I don't know what's old for a building, but anyway, it's what's cool about it. It has this taller part of it, this taller part of the building. It's a big it's not a pillar, but I can't think of the word, a balcony that somebody can come, they'll summon people to prayer. Anyway, so basically we just parked and walked up, just myself and my two friends, and we entered and told there's a lady at the door, and we just told her that we had called ahead a couple days ago, and we're visiting and for my class, and we're here to just observe their service. And so we took off our shoes, and then we washed our hands, washed our feet. Everyone does it. It wasn't just because of us. And we we noticed that a lot of people had well, not a lot of people, a lot of all the women had headscarves, yeah, shawls, and we didn't, and we asked our lady if we should have them. She said no, it's fine. You guys are just visiting. She was really cool, and what we wore was I just wore a long dress with a sweater over it, and we just kind of dressed really modest, and she didn't say anything to us. They didn't really tell us what to wear when we called in, so we just kind of guessed on it and worked out. So yeah, after we cleansed ourselves, we entered the room and we sat in kind of near the back in the back corner, and with a cluster, a group of some other females. Females and male are separate, yeah. So you face Mecca. There are probably only 25-ish people there, which is kind of weird because I figured there'd be a ton of people there because it's really big, but yeah, there wasn't that many people there. Like many different people that look like different ethnicities and stuff. There are no children in the Jamal service because well, afterwards they told us it's because they have like a separate like thing, kind of like how we send like, well, I don't know what you are, but like most services that we know of send the kids like Sunday school service because they can kind of like be disruptive, or like kids can start crying and stuff like that. Anyway, so what was surprising is we didn't know that we were going to be able to like get to be a part and like participate in their service. And the lady asked us if we wanted to participate, so we got the option. So yeah, we said yeah, of course. Yeah, so just we sat down. Yeah, we just like sat for like 5 minutes, which is good because we thought we were late. And people, like most of the people, are just kind of like praying to themselves, like just sitting there very quietly, like eyes closed, stuff like that. So we just sat there, and then the imam came up, and he gave the hutbah. I think I'm saying that right. I try to like spell it phonetically on my notes. The hutbah, and it's like the gospel, like the sermon, like the message. Yeah, the message he has for the service. Like the one that it's like from the Quran. So the one that he gave was he's just talking about like some of the prophets, and he focused on Jesus, which is relatable to like most of the services I've been to at my churches. And he just talked about Jesus's life as a prophet and the miracles that he accomplished in his life. And that was probably about like a little over 10 minutes. So it's just pretty brief, just a little message for us. And during the time that he was talking, like everyone just kind of sat cross-legged and just kind of like they're really quiet, like still, like eyes closed, kind of meditating or just listening to the hutbah. And it was actually, yeah, and I was scared that it was going to not be in English, but it was in English, which was handy dandy. But so after that, we everyone stands up and we face Mecca, and we're called to pray. And prayer works a lot differently than what I do at my Christian services and stuff like that, and Unitarian Universalist services. You actually, it's called, I've spelled it phonetically, the Salah, and the Imam leads, he led us in a prayer that I discovered was in Arabic. So it kind of like the prayer like works in a cycle method. So and the cycle consists of different poses to pray in. So it's basically like you'll be standing and you'll say something. You'll chant. Everyone chants. Like one of the chants that I wrote down that I had time to write down was Allahu Akbar, and it means that God is the greatest. God is great, and we say that one a lot. So yeah, you'll just be like standing, kneeling. You put like your hands on your knees, and then sometimes you'll be like on the ground, kind of like in like a child's pose with your forehead pressed to the ground. You'll just be like kneeling, like lift your head to Mecca. Then it was kind of hard to catch on to the chants because they know what they're saying, but we kind of were like just trying to copy what they were saying. Kind of like harder words to say. But after the cycle of praying the salut, we stood, and whoever's next to you, you just turn and you kind of like bow to them and you say salam, and that means, it literally means like peace. So you just give peace to everyone, and just, yeah, that's your prayers. And then the imam comes back up and he gives like just general information about what's going on in their church, on their mosque, and like the community, like updates and upcoming events, and just like your like what's going on. So and then it's done, and we ended up staying probably like 15 to 20 minutes afterwards and just talked to the lady that was near us and kind of like guiding us through the whole thing, which it was really neat that we had somebody like that, because it really made us feel a lot comfortable. We decided afterwards when we left, like, we were kind of nervous, not knowing, we like, people were gonna stare at us like, oh, like, they're totally lost. But I mean, they didn't, it's not like they treat you like, oh, they're lost. It's kind of more of like, let's help them and guide them and try and make it like as comfortable as we can for them. So it was nice having somebody that just made you feel like you weren't an outsider and made you feel involved and explained things to you whenever you were confused. Just made sure that you got out of your comfort zone, but we're still feeling okay. So yeah, we just like mingled with some of the other people that stayed afterwards, and basically a lot of the people just wanted to know about just like our lives. It kept asking about us, which is like totally weird because we should be asking questions about them. But yeah, they just asked us like where we went and like about class, like about my class, where we are studying, just like normal conversations. And I mean, I guess it sounds weird that I'm like so amazed by that, because like you just have, like, I had to just realize that these are just normal people. Like they just hold normal conversations with you. But the thing is, like, they're so nice and willing and just devoted to just staying and talking to you and explaining things, like no matter how maybe like brief you're, I mean, not brief, what is that, like I was scared that my questions were just silly questions that were obvious, but they didn't act like that. They just asked us what kind of, like, what our religions were growing up and like how our faiths might have changed and stuff like that. And it wasn't like they were trying to portray their religion like it was awesome and great and it was better than any other religion. They're not trying to make it sound fancy. They're just explaining what it is and why they believe in it, and they're just really accepting of everything. Like, it was cool. So one of my, yeah, oh yeah, Mackenzie asked just like, she asked a pretty good question, which was, she was confused kind of like because like in Christian churches and stuff like that, there's like crosses everywhere and Jesus, pictures of Jesus everywhere and Jesus on the cross, and um, like in the room there's no like decorations of symbols like that. And she was saying, oh, do you guys have one, or is it just because is there a reason why you guys don't have that in this room? And the lady explained that they don't want to have maybe say a picture of Jesus, because then it's kind of like they don't want people to think that Jesus was higher than anyone else and you should only try and live your life like that one prophet. They kind of want it to all be kind of equal. They don't want one prophet to rule over all the other ones and what miracles they performed within their lives. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a picture of the place on my phone. If I can turn it. So that's, oh gosh, I don't know if you can even see it. No, you can't really. But like, you can't really see it right here, but this is like the whole mosque. This is part of the building, and it goes up like that, and it's kind of in the middle of a field. So yeah, that's it. Anyways, sorry, I'm not sure you guys that, but that was kind of off. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, yeah. So we stayed after and talked to them, and what else did I happen here? I asked one man why he is so, because he, like, why are you so passionate? What makes you passionate about just your religion, and how you can be confident in it? Because I was interested in what makes him confident about his religion, because I think that's what gives you the passion. And he said it's because the evidence that he has is he knows that things will happen because of the prophecies, that because they've already happened in the past. And he kind of brought up the history that like things have happened in the past and they'll continue to happen because of like Allah and stuff like that. And then so we started talking about Allah, and I was just interested in how kind of like different, but like this, what difference and similarities Allah has to like what we think is, what I think is God. And it's the it's, the whole service was a lot more like spiritual, like had a lot more spirit, I feel like, in it than most, because than like a Christian service that I've attended or stuff like that, because there's like a lot less talking, I feel like. It's kind of more you personally with Allah, and you have time to pray to Him separately than, say, like the Imam, like leading you in specific prayers that everyone's praying at the same time. Like you kind of can like pray your own prayer during most of the service, which is cool. But yeah, so I keep getting off track. We started talking about Allah, and he was just describing about him, how he's just like it's not really like a physical thing. He's just, it's just, I can't describe it, like a spirit and like a force. And the reason that he knows of Allah's existence and can feel his presence, so kind of not physical, but like the physical parts of it, as because his prayers are answered. Like Allah has answered many of his prayers and has even exceeded his expectations of what he prays for. So if he is like praying for something, sometimes Allah has answered his prayers like, even more like abundant than he even prayed for. So that's cool that he shared that with me. And Allah is caring. He said he cares for us. He watches us. He knows us. So he was like, be careful. He knows. He's all knowing. He knows us better than, he said that he knows us. Allah knows us better than we know ourselves. So he was saying if he was talking to all of us, if any of us were ever down, or any of us were ever doubting ourselves or our abilities, that we shouldn't, because Allah knows that we can, and Allah knows that we have no boundaries, and He knows, He believes in us, and He wants us to succeed, and He'll answer our prayers. And so that was pretty cool. Okay, I think I've covered mostly everything. Yeah, so we stayed about 20 minutes, mingled, and then we just left and told everyone bye. They, like, most of them even gave us hugs and stuff, and it's great. They're great people. Like, we want to go back, and I'm sure we will, but, yeah, so I need to show you guys, like, a ritual, so, hold on a second.